Here inside the campus of the Bicol State College of Applied Sciences and Technology in Naga City stands a special house that could be the long-awaited answer to the perils brought about by severe weather here in the Philippines. The Philippines is an archipelago of over 7,000 islands lying about 805 kilometers off the southeast coast of Asia. Moreover, the Philippines is in the path of storms that originate from the regions of the Marianas and the Caroline Islands in the Pacific Ocean. Because of this, typhoons are frequent in the Luzon and Visayas Islands. There are an estimated 19 typhoons that pass through the country in each year, making it prone to disasters.
Ayon sa Pag-asa, pinakamalakas na bagyo hindi lang sa Pilipinas kundi sa buong mundo ngayong taon ang Super Typhoon Yolanda. Okay, magtali yung mga karaniwang bahay kasi sa Visayas,
BISCAST, being an applied sciences and technology school, has taken the endeavor of building using the Nexus approach. Engineer Victor Revilla, the team leader of the CCRPH project, tells us more.
So the Philippines is very lucky to have a partnership with GIZ, Integrated Resource Management in Asian Cities. They call Urban Nexus. And as a result of this partnership, we have this house. Why is it resilient against typhoon? Because we have designed our house such that even the roof, you see the roof, it's concealed from the strong winds. And even the materials that we use is concrete. So that's why it's less vulnerable to strong winds. Actually, what makes this house special is the use of different hollow blocks, which is only fabricated for this purpose. So there are various blocks that we have fabricated for this purpose. The reason for this is to make the construction faster. Other things that we will attain by using these blocks is, one, the use of cement in the setting of the walls is lessened. For the construction of the columns, we do not use any more forms made of plywood and coco lumber. Instead, we use a block for the columns. Because when we use the blocks, you will see that there are spaces that inside the blocks that are not filled with cement. These spaces we call an insulation. We have tested all these blocks, and we have proven that our block is twice stronger than the available blocks commercially. Why is this house affordable? There are 4 important points to remember why this house is affordable. One is standardization of building elements. Second point is reducing the number of different items. Third is prefabrication. And number 4 is the use of machines and special tools in the fabrication of our blocks and beams. We approximate the house to be 10,000 per square meter, unlike the traditional house that is approximately 20 to 25,000 per square meter. Because the elements in the house were fabricated in a workshop, in a shop, we are able to construct this house faster. Here, we finished this in 2 months only. Now we have the basic house, but there are other features added to this house. It has a rainwater harvester, which means that it can sustain its need maybe for a week after a typhoon without getting a supply from the water utilities, because it has its own water source. It can collect water from the rain, and rain is abundant during typhoon. Aside from that, another feature of this house is that it has a solar panel, which means that it provides its own electrical needs, its own electricity. So for a 1 week time after a typhoon, the people there can live their normal lives.
The Bicolanos are fortunate for being a recipient of the Nexus technology through the CCRPH project, which is a viable response to climate change.
This climate change resilient pilot housing project is BISCAST attempt to integrate the concept of climate change adaptability, affordability of the structure, and at the same time, how do we integrate green building technology? In a nutshell, that's BISCAST CCRPH. The idea is to come up with an example that the concept really works and that we can construct a climate change resilient housing. After we're done with some of the pilot projects here, our prototypes, example, the rain harvester, the pilot house, the idea is to disseminate all what we have developed, all the technologies or innovations that we come up with inside BISCAST with the help of our GIZ consultants. After we're done with all this, we hope to disseminate this. We hope to, through our extension programs, we hope that our local government units will accept these innovations coming from BISCAST. Climate change resiliency is not only the LGU's or the city's concern, but it's everybody's concern. As an academic institution, we would like to help by way of coming up with climate change adapted technologies or resilient climate change resilient designs in terms of housing, other infrastructure using technology. So it's the urgency to adapt to climate change, the urgency to look for possible mitigations and resilient designs is there. It's a given. We have no choice but to face it. It's just looking at how we can do it. So BISCAST focuses on this possible engagement. So thank you to GIZ, Nexus, to the German government, to Director Ruth of Nexus, our two consultants. Thank you for coming, and we look forward to working with you in the future. We hope that the other SUCs in the region and then later on in the country will be also our partner in this particular endeavor. Thank you.